Mrs. Home Decor. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing? In today's video, we are going to be doing a spring living room tour, and I am so excited to share this with you guys because I think it turned out magnificent. It is so cute in there, guys. I absolutely am in love with the simplicity of bringing spring into my living room because it is quite simple, but yet it is just so gorgeous. And so if you're new here, just letting you know that my style, my home decor style, is more modern organic or organic modern. I cannot have tons of modern pieces without throwing in some organic, natural, earthy, even some rustic pieces, because I think rustic does fall in that category of being organic. So guys, and also with the modern organic color palette, it is mainly neutral colors. So you're gonna find a lot of neutral colors in that type of style. In my case, I do love dark woods. So with my modern organic, I got lots of dark woods, and then I have also lots of black pieces. So for me, the black and the dark woods, it warms up that space. It makes it feel so nice, cozy, and inviting. And the thing that I like about my space the most is that it gets tons and tons and tons of natural light. So I get decorated in my space. It just makes me so super happy because that nice bright light, it just makes you happy. And then you got the warm tones that makes you nice, cozy, and makes it so super inviting. So guys, I am just talking and running my mouth, and I know that you guys are ready to get started. So we are gonna start in the living room, and we're gonna bounce around to different areas of the living room, girl, and then I'm gonna show you how I styled each of those areas. I can't wait to share it with y'all. Let's go ahead and get started. So we are gonna start over here on my bookshelf that sits between the two picture windows that I have in the living room. And let me just let you guys know that everything that I have a link for in my living room, whether it's furniture or decor pieces, I'll have them linked in the description box below. Starting on the very top of the shelf, I have this candle holder that is, the bottom part of it is made out of wood in a very dark brown distressed finish, and the top that holds the candle is made out of glass and metal. Moving down to the second shelf, I have this black vessel as well as this white textured ceramic decorative piece, both which are from Hobby Lobby. And then you'll see that I have it sitting on top of the beige book. Now, a lot of these random books that you may see around my home, if they are not home decor books, I probably picked them up from the Dollar Tree. And Dollar Tree has a lot of books that you can use in your space for decorative purposes. They do come in hardcover. They may have a paper cover on the top, and what I normally do is just remove the paper cover, and it reveals a very nice hardcover book that you can use for decorative book purposes, or on your coffee tables or on your bookshelf. And moving to the right of that, I have this very small ceramic textured planter, and inside I just popped in that little faux greenery with those little budding flowers. And just behind that, I have a wood carved decor piece that sits on metal legs and a wood base. The next shelf, I have a stone scallop bowl, and along with that, I have two glass candle holders. The next shelf sits a vase with like a marble finish, and also a knotted decor piece with I like to call an aged or distressed finish on it. And then to the right of that, I have my sculptural bronzy horse head. And on the very last shelf, I have a ceramic donut vase along with a candle holder that is made of glass and ceramic as well. And as you can see, the shelf is in that dark brown wood finish, and the metal is in a bronzy gold. Now, when I purchased this shelf, the metal was in a bright gold finish. I did repaint the metal just to tone down that gold a bit to give me that bronzy color. This video is partly sponsored by Mrs. Awesome. Mrs. Awesome is a company that designs custom curtain panels. Mrs. Awesome offers a variety of colors and fabrics that you can choose from. So with Mrs. Awesome, you get custom service, prime fabric, quality assurance, and fast delivery. And so my package did arrive intact, and I was super excited to check them out. So Mrs. Awesome sent out to me 4 curtain panels, each measuring 48 inches in width and 90 inches in length. Prior to that, Mrs. Awesome sent out to me samples of material and colors she offers. On the back of each sample, you'll find the name of the color as well as the type of fabric. Mrs. Awesome works closely with you to help you determine the color, the size, and the style you may need. Each panel came individually packaged, included with curtain clips and curtain hooks. So my custom curtains, as I mentioned, is 48 inches in width and 90 inches in length. So the color I chose is white, and the fabric name is linen slub texture, which is made up of 10% linen and 90% polyester. And I also selected a triple pleated header. And I did choose a liner for the inside of my curtains, and I chose a white brush privacy liner. What I do appreciate about Mrs. Awesome curtains is that the opening where the clip goes in was very smooth and easy. I did notice that on some of the other curtains where you have to put the clip in, it can be a little difficult to actually get that clip in there. I did not use the clips that she provided. I did use my own clips because I wanted something that was a little less bulky. So I'm going to hang up the last panel, and guys, honestly, overall, I think Mrs. Awesome's curtain quality is very high standard. I do love the quality of her curtains. I love the color choices she has available, and I also love the fabric choices that she has available to choose from as well. Mrs. Awesome curtains could not have come at a better time. I wanted to lighten up my window treatments for the spring and summer months, and Mrs. Awesome curtains have really done the job. And I really like how these curtains hang with the soft pleated folds, and with the triple pinch pleated header, it gives you a nice, elegant look. Thank you to Mrs. Awesome for sending out to me my new curtain panels. If you're interested, I will have Mrs. Awesome's information in my description box below. So moving back to the tour, if you guys have watched my last few videos for the winter and the fall, I had my living room set up quite differently. So I rearranged the furniture for the spring and summer, and this is how it is currently set up now. And over here on the Credenza, I started out with this all-white sculptural art piece of a man and woman. And then moving over to the left of the Credenza, I added in another sculptural piece in a bronzy black finish of a woman. And then next to that, I have a vase with my faux roses in it. And the vase is a ceramic or stone textured vase. And I love the added texture of the faux leather strip wrapped around the vase. And to complete the look on this wall, I have 2 lanterns with the twine straps. And then I have my black planter there, which was originally in a terracotta color. I did spray paint that in a satin black. And I've had this planter for a very long time. And I actually love the details on this planter. And then moving again to the left of the credenza on this same wall, I have this floor candle holder, which again, like I mentioned earlier in the video, to me this is sort of a rustic piece. So I do love a rustic natural piece, and so I would define this as more on the rustic side. So moving over to this corner by the window, I have a low wall here that's in the entryway, and right behind that low wall sits this faux leather chair that I have here. Again, that chair is in a dark brown finish, and then the 2 pillows that I have on the chair is bringing so much contrast and texture to that area. I absolutely love it. This is one of my little special places in the living room that I enjoy sitting in. And so I have this ruffled brown pillow there. It's lighter than the chair itself. And then I complemented that with this Crocodile faux leather pillow. And I just love the contrast of the two textures, and I love the contrast of the colors. And standing behind the chair is a floor lamp and a bronzy metal base, and I love the cream colored pleated shade. It complements the space so well. And so let's move over here to the sofa wall, and then you'll see here where I added the minimal amount of color of green that I'm using for spring. Now, green is currently already in my living room because green is a natural color. It represents nature. And so you're going to see green throughout the living room through my plants and through other greenery that I have in there. But I wanted to bring in some greens through the fabric and through the artwork. Now, the artwork I already had up there. It is a more of a recent purchase, but I already had it there. And I did add in a tad bit more of black paint to pop out some of that black that was in the paint, but just wasn't enough. I added 2 of these pillows to the sofa. This has like a miniature type, waffle type texture to it. And then I have this brown or beige pillow here that has that stitching technique there. And then I also added another one of those faux leather crocodile pillows there as well. You'll also notice the green throw blanket there, and it helps to tie in or pull in the green from the picture over in that area. Sitting on the floor next to the sofa, I have a rattan basket with a blanket thrown in there. And then I have this aged or distressed vessel sitting there along with that. And then on the other side of the sofa, I have a faux ficus tree along with this 3-tiered lamp. And as you may notice, you'll see that that ficus tree is sitting in a rattan basket. And like I said before, you'll notice those rustic and organic elements throughout my home because I love to mix those with modern pieces. Modern organic is combining 2 different styles together, and sometimes that can be a little difficult. I know for me it is quite difficult. Now, some people may have one style, such as modern. They may be rustic, they may be contemporary, they may be traditional. But when you have 2 styles that you are combining together, it can be quite tricky. And you want to make sure that they balance out each other. You don't want one to overpower the other. You got to have the right pieces. You have to have the right decor pieces and the right furniture pieces to make that work and to make it look cohesive. Otherwise, it can look like a disaster. And I know by far I have not achieved it to the T, but I am slowly getting there and learning how to combine these 2 styles together and to make it work for me. This is another live plant that I have in my house. I've had this also for a while. It is growing so beautifully, guys. I am so in love with this live plant. Look how healthy and nice it is. And the reason that it has such a beautiful shine on it because my neighbor gave me something called leaf shine. I believe that's the name of it. But you spray it on your leaves and it gives it this beautiful glossy finish. Also in the living room, I have these 2 mid-century modern accent chairs, and these chairs are in a cream fabric, and the wood is in that dark brown wood once again. And now moving over to the coffee table. I styled my coffee table, I believe it was in the last video that you guys saw. But since then, I added in those 2 coffee table books, and on top of that, I added the small black fire pit. Now, the coffee table itself is all glass. The frame is metal and a bronzy metal finish, and then the legs are acrylic. And moving into the entryway, you'll see that I have another dark brown cabinet. The doors on that are glass, but they are trimmed out in a bronzy gold finish. And then here I have 2 arched mirrors above that are trimmed out in a straw-like material. On the far right side of the credenza, I have my black lamp, and that bottom trim is trimmed out in a faux wood-like material. And then here I have one of my favorite vases, this white, beautiful, elegant vase, and I just filled it with these faux leaves, which I think looks so super realistic. And then next to that, I have two marble candle holders as well as that marble tray. And then with this beautiful small terrazzo bowl, I just filled it with some green moss. And then last but not least, we are going to move our way into the dining room, and I want to share with you guys my beautiful dark wood dining room table. It's such a deep rich brown, complements the space so well. And then I have with that the fabric chairs that are also trimmed out in that dark wood brown as well. Now this dining room table and the chairs are from City Furniture. I'm not sure if City Furniture is just a Florida store, but that is where I got it from. And guys, remember, everything that I have links for regarding the furniture or any decor pieces, I am going to be sure to have those in the description box below. Now you have just witnessed a lot of dark brown rich woods in my home, but the home doesn't look dark. It doesn't look drab. It doesn't look sad. It doesn't look depressing, because the key and a tip to keep that from happening in your home, you have to have things that are going to contrast with those dark brown woods or either those dark blacks. You have to have light fabrics. You have to have light walls in order for that to work. So it has to be some contrast going on with those dark pieces. Now you can have a dark accent wall. Just remember, it has to be balanced in other places. Now, if open and airy is not your vibe, you can definitely add color to your wall. Color gives your room a more warmer feel. It makes the space feel, to me, a little heavy, but it definitely will help to warm up your space if you're not into the open and bright and airy feel of things. I will leave you guys to enjoy the rest of the overview. And again, I want to say, if you have not yet subscribed, please do so. Hit that subscribe button. Also, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and share the video. I will see you guys in the end. And as always, until the next time, stay well, be blessed, and I love you. Bye-bye.